We're glad you're still with us here on Morning at NTV. We are now going into taking note of 40 years of Rotary in Uganda. I have a very interesting guest with us this morning to help us understand what it means to mark 40 years of extraordinary service to community. But the preamble first, the Chicago attorney Paul Harris formed the Rotary Club of Chicago on the 23rd of February 1905. So professionals with diverse backgrounds could exchange ideas and form meaningful lifelong relationships. Over time, Rotary's reach and vision has gradually extended to humanitarian service. Members have a long track record of addressing challenges in their communities around the world. For more than 110 years, the Rotary's people of action have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects, from literacy and peace to water as well as health. This week, Rotary in Uganda marks 40 years, and this morning we are going to be talking that. I'm joined by Emmanuel Lukeera, the district representative for District 9213. You're most welcome.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
40 years of Rotary in the country.
Yes.
That is a significant milestone.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Thank you very much once again, and good morning to all our viewers at this wonderful station. First, I would like to maybe make an adjustment.
Oh, that's lovely.
Rotary in Uganda is 68 years old.
68, not
yes,
40.
What I'm here to discuss is Rotaract.
Rotaract.
Yes. So.
Oh, yeah. First, explain before you go any further.
Yes.
Rotary and Rotaract.
Yes. So Rotary and Rotaract work hand in hand under the supervision of Rotary International. So we have Rotaract clubs and Rotary clubs. Rotary clubs are made up of more senior citizens, while Rotaract clubs are made up of young adults, 18 to 32 years. So yes, that is the brief difference for our viewers.
In other words, if you are younger and joining this initiative, you are a Rotaractor.
Yes, you are a Rotaractor.
Then later in life, you transition to a Rotarian.
You've used the right language. So probably be a Rotarian already.
I'm not. But many of these things do come onto our tables often, and sometimes we can pass off as subject matter experts when we are not. All right, just go ahead.
Yes. So Rotaract, the younger version of Rotary, is celebrating 40 years in Uganda.
All right.
And we've started a month-long kind of celebration, which means a lot to us as the current members of Rotaract, to celebrate the journey that it has taken from just one Rotaract club in 1984
That's right.
to close to 200 clubs now in over 70 districts in the country. Is something worth celebrating. You know very well, even in the life of an ordinary person, reaching the 40-year mark
in this day and age, that is a real significant,
commendable, something to be celebrated, and that is what we are all about in this 1 month or so until the 16th of March.
All right. So what sort of activities, initiatives are you rolling out that are either different from what you've been doing in order to be able to showcase the significance of this anniversary?
Yes, so we're rolling out a number of things. Like I said, it's a month-long celebration.
Month-long celebration,
and we want to first start to retrace our roots. So we've been doing that. Like I said, it's an organization of younger people.
Younger people.
So it is impossible that the people that were in the organization 40 years ago are the same people
those ones
right
have transitioned, they're now Rotarians.
Yes, so we're trying to trace all of them to tell us their story. How was it in 1984? How was it in 1995? How was it in 2005 or 2009, even in the recent years? So we're trying to trace that story to piece 1 and 2 together. Okay. We're trying to also ensure that we do a number of projects to commemorate. We're going to have clubs across the country planting trees in appreciation of this milestone. We're going to have medical camps in various areas of the country to also celebrate this milestone. But we also have a number of media engagements, because while we celebrate the 40 years and the fact that we're now about 4,000 Rotaractors in Uganda,
4,000.
We want this number to grow, and we're using this milestone as a new springboard to ensure that we double or even triple our numbers, that by the 80th birthday we're probably 1 million Rotaract members in Uganda. So that's what we're trying to build up to. And I thank you for having us here this morning.
All right, for the person out there who is not initiated in the workings of the Rotary clubs and Rotaract clubs, people be wondering, there's a myth about what Rotary and the Rotaract does. Is it more like professional networking now that there is a transition apparently to humanitarian service? It's sometimes confusing to the average person who wants to be part of this global movement. In layman's language, what does the Rotaract do and what does the Rotary do?
Yes. For our viewer, I would like to tell them just 2 things about what Rotaract is. First is an association of young people, like I said at the beginning, that come together to grow and develop their professional and leadership skills. That is point number 1. And once you're done or along the journey of doing that, then you also get a chance to serve the community, and make it a better place. So those are the 2 things that we expand into various other aspects for every young person that wants to be part of Rotaract. And Rotary, by extension, is just basically service, because at that point we believe you've already developed as a human being, so your sole focus.
You've also made some money.
Yes, you've also made some money, but your sole focus should be on humanitarian service. But in Rotaract, we believe that the young person has to first be nurtured, grown, given various leadership opportunities, showed various communities and how they can influence them, and later made ready to give back to the community. The other misconception is that giving back is about the amounts, but in Rotaract and Rotary, we come together with small amounts. Because
whichever one has.
Yes, you know very well that your 100,000 shillings might not do so much. But if 100 people bring 100,000 shillings, that is something commendable for the community. And that is what, in a nutshell, the organization looks at doing. Amongst other things, you've talked about the professional networks. Of course, when like-minded people meet, a lot of things happen. You build those networks. If you're a business person, you're able to solidify your market. You're able to get advice from those that are in the same industry like yourself. If you're a professional, it gives you a chance, if you're an accountant, for example, to meet various accountants. But remember, you're all already in the umbrella of service and development. So it is easy for me to trust you, because we are here primarily for the same thing of growing each other, but also ensuring that we give back to the community. So those are the things that I would leave.
Maybe I would love to slide into a very uncomfortable place for the non-professionals who might see the works of the Rotaractors and Rotarians as transformational and want to be part of it, but they are not privileged to be professionals either in banking, insurance, medicine, or even law. It creates something of a subculture that is too confined to itself, that all the outsiders out there might have a little bit of trouble to join. So in that stead, you're going to have to talk to us about who and how people can join, especially if they are seen not to be the ones that should belong there. So to speak.
I think that's also a misconception. We're trying a lot to fight and make sure we totally do our with, because like I said, primarily anybody that has the heart of service, is eligible to joining a Rotary or a Rotaract club, no matter your profession. I know that sometimes we think professions are people that wear the neckties or the lab coats,
stuff like that,
or behind computers, but a profession or a vocation is something that somebody does every day, probably to put food on their table. So being a business person, like I am myself, is a vocation. Being an accountant, being a lawyer is also a vocation, and we hold all those things in the same line. After all, when we get to the organization, we want to give back. We want to offer service. Money that is offered to the communities, our communities do not know if that money is coming from a lawyer or from a business person.
No doubt
what they need is help.
Yeah.
So the public should not have any prejudice in that regard. Anybody who is a professional, who is a business person, it is important, however, that you have a source of livelihood, a source of income, because we are big on contributing, we're big on giving back, and that requires some money every once in a while. But no matter the profession, no matter the vocation, everybody is eligible. And also we've made things quite easy, of course, with the advancement of technology, that whereas in the past people have had to move door to door or to look out for a signpost to find a Rotaract club, these days you just, even at this moment in time, go to your phone, type in Rotary Club of plus the place wherever you stay, whether it's in Sasa, whether it's Kitgum, whether it's Arua, whether it's Kavali, and a club will pop up. You're able to send them a message and express your interest. Of course, they take it on from there, and you get mentored, you get introduced to the entire system, and you become a Rotarian or a Rotaractor. We have two major expectations of anybody that wants to become a member. First is that we pay subscription, what we call membership dues, just to show us how interested you are, and also that you're going to be part of the system.
It's a basic commitment, gesture that you have.
Yes, thank you. The second part is that we are big on attendance, and we expect our members to at least dedicate 60% and attend 6% of the meetings every other month. So if a month has 5 Tuesdays, for example, and your club meets every Tuesday, 3 out of 5 should be good for us to celebrate you as a committed member, a committed Rotarian, and a committed Rotaractor. Everything else that comes with that, of course, we also emphasize ethical standards, that we want the good people in society, because we are an ethical society of people. But once you're ready to abide by those two, and also, of course, having the heart to give back to the community and to grow yourself, you are welcome to join Rotary and Rotaract. And I hope that our viewers have already clicked their phones to find those clubs using Facebook.
The reason I haven't picked my phone to do exactly that, because I have to first find out, does Serena have a club? I might be and type in Rotary Club of Serena, and then I'm told the
clubs are usually
you don't make the card
location based. Try to associate with a location,
not installation based.
Yes, location, and also institution. For example, there's a Rotary Club in Makerere University, in Gulu University. There's a Rotary Club.
I think that's a good one.
Yes, there's a Rotary Club now. We have in Nakasero, in Kampala. We have so many clubs in Kampala.
All right, and there we are.
Everywhere in
if you're in Butaleja, Kachonga, we shall be thinking about the Rotary Club of Kachonga, no doubt about that. Now, there is something that we should make our final submission on: sustainable projects. Sustainability is an aspect that falls within the existential threat of our time. Climate change, is that the focus, or it is something else? I might have misunderstood it.
It is definitely the focus. We do so much work across what we call our 7 areas of focus.
7 areas of focus.
The environment, disease prevention and treatment, economic empowerment for our communities. But for whatever intervention we do in our communities, we make sure, first of all, it is impactful. Secondly, it is sustainable. And sustainability, the biggest response in that regard should be that after we've done something for our community, they're able to take care of it and have it as their own and manage it in that regard. So we are big on tree planting, we're big on digging, on sinking boreholes and all those things. But at all times, the community must be able to fully take charge after we are done handing over that project. Yes. All right,
Emmanuel Lukeera, District Representative for Rotary District 9213. Many thanks for the submissions. But most importantly, emboldening our understanding of Rotary and the Rotaract clubs in the country. That will do it for our Takenote discussion. 40 years of Rotary. Of course, you can find out a lot more information. Do you have an X platform?
So as a party,
just share quickly.
Yes, we have we on Twitter, on X, formerly Twitter, at Rotaract D9213. Same like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and I also invite the public to follow our celebrations throughout this time, and also make it a point to join the organization.
All right, there we leave it.